Strategy analysis is a major knowledge area within the International Institute of Business Analysis Certified Business Analysis Professional (CBAP) program and the CBAP Guide. This domain focuses on how organizations define strategic objectives and determine the most effective methods for achieving desired business outcomes. Organizational strategy represents the coordinated application of capabilities, resources, and initiatives to create sustainable value and competitive advantage. Business analysts play an important role in supporting strategic decision-making by analyzing business needs, evaluating organizational performance, and identifying opportunities for improvement and transformation. The strategy analysis knowledge area addresses how analysts assess the current organizational state, define future goals, evaluate risks, and develop change strategies that support enterprise objectives. Through real-world scenarios and practical applications, CBAP candidates learn how business analysis contributes directly to long-term organizational success and strategic alignment. The Analyze Current State task focuses on evaluating the organization's existing environment, operational capabilities, processes, technologies, and performance conditions to identify business needs and improvement opportunities. CBAP professionals learn how to gather and analyze information from stakeholders, performance metrics, operational reports, and environmental assessments to understand the organization's present situation comprehensively. This task involves identifying strengths, weaknesses, operational gaps, constraints, and root causes that may prevent the organization from achieving its strategic objectives. Real-world examples demonstrate how business analysts evaluate market conditions, customer expectations, regulatory pressures, and internal inefficiencies to support strategic planning activities. Effective current state analysis provides organizations with a realistic understanding of their operational environment and decision-making capabilities. This task highlights the importance of evidence-based analysis in supporting organizational change, innovation, and long-term business improvement initiatives. The Define Future State task examines how business analysts collaborate with stakeholders to establish a clear vision of the organization's desired future condition. The future state describes the operational capabilities, business processes, technologies, structures, and outcomes required to achieve strategic goals and improve organizational performance. CBAP candidates learn how to define measurable objectives, identify required capabilities, and establish performance expectations that align with enterprise priorities. The future state may involve digital transformation, process optimization, organizational restructuring, market expansion, or operational modernization initiatives. Real-world scenarios emphasize the importance of aligning stakeholder expectations and strategic priorities when defining future state objectives. Business analysts facilitate discussions, clarify assumptions, and ensure that future state definitions remain realistic and achievable. This task demonstrates how strategic visioning enables organizations to establish direction, prioritize investments, and coordinate change initiatives effectively across complex business environments. The Assess Risks task focuses on identifying, analyzing, and evaluating uncertainties that may affect the organization's ability to achieve its desired future state. Risks may arise from operational limitations, technological constraints, regulatory changes, stakeholder resistance, financial pressures, or external market conditions. CBAP professionals learn how to assess both the likelihood and potential impact of identified risks while developing mitigation strategies that support informed decision-making. Business analysts collaborate with stakeholders to evaluate assumptions, dependencies, and potential barriers associated with strategic initiatives and organizational transformation efforts. Real-world examples illustrate how proactive risk assessment improves project planning, resource allocation, governance, and organizational preparedness. Effective risk analysis enables organizations to minimize negative impacts while maximizing opportunities for successful change implementation. This task reinforces the strategic role of business analysts in supporting organizational resilience, adaptability, and sustainable business performance. The Define Change Strategy task addresses how organizations determine the most appropriate approach for transitioning from the current state to the desired future state. Business analysts evaluate alternative solution options, implementation approaches, resource requirements, stakeholder readiness, and organizational constraints when developing change strategies. CBAP candidates study how to define strategic roadmaps, prioritize initiatives, identify transition states, and recommend implementation sequences that minimize disruption while maximizing value realization. Real-world scenarios demonstrate how change strategies may involve phased implementation plans, technology adoption programs, process redesign initiatives, or organizational restructuring efforts. Business analysts ensure that change strategies align with enterprise objectives, stakeholder expectations, governance frameworks, and operational capabilities. This task highlights the importance of structured planning and strategic coordination in enabling successful organizational transformation and achieving sustainable business outcomes within dynamic and competitive environments. The strategy analysis knowledge area concludes with practical case studies, scenario-based exercises, and knowledge assessments designed to strengthen analytical thinking and strategic problem-solving capabilities. CBAP candidates apply CBAP concepts within realistic business environments to analyze organizational conditions, evaluate risks, define future objectives, and recommend strategic solutions. These practical exercises help professionals develop the ability to support executive decision-making, facilitate organizational transformation, and align business initiatives with enterprise strategy.